Welcome to iiRcade Live 49, back to the 80s. Back to the 80s. I'm Colin Trethui, working on the PR team with iiRcade, and Zhang Xin, founder, creator of iiRcade, and also the man that did the writing for that title, Back to the 80s. Well done.
Thank you. I think that's the best thing I've ever made in my life.
Not quite. It's second behind this. It's third, actually. Zhang Jr.'s up there too.
How do you
John, pretty amazing that you can use that title and it just kind of leaves things up in the air. There's a lot of cool things that happened in the 80s.
Oh, I totally agree with you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I personally think 80s is where the cool stuff used to be, if you know what I mean. And you are from the pop culture to the movies to the gaming. I don't know if it's just me, but 80s just brings me that pop. That was it was like the best time to live, right? Everything was so cool.
Yeah, and it was a time of discovery for us. We were lucky enough to be kids at that time, so we were in the first arcades.
Oh
we
my
were there
God.
for the first music videos, and geez, we're old, man.
Well, inside we're young.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We were young then.
Of course.
So, but it was an honor to be able to step into those arcades. It was so exciting. I mean, to be able to. There were a couple of situations where it was just a scramble to get quarters. I mean, you'd be working your dad's and your mom's pockets and purses and trying to get some money together. And
But I feel sorry for kids nowadays because they're missing the fun, right? The arcade used to be like the wow experience, right?
Yeah.
Today,
that's right.
The wow stuff are at home. That's why these kids, I think, are missing it. But back then, the wow stuff you were able to only experience if you actually went there. You put in your allowances to play that round of game that is in the arcade. This is when you used to go, right? Oh my God! I think
it was a broad cross section of people. I mean, the jocks were playing arcade games. Everyone that was everyone at every level of whatever their coolness was, they were all playing arcade games, and it was definitely the place to be. My favorite arcade when I was in my early teens was called Fantasy 2000.
Oh, nice!
It was on the second floor of the mall that was in town, and that was the place to go. Everyone hung out there, so if you wanted to see anyone, that was the place.
Oh, nice!
So,
nice.
But now you're bringing that back to my house, John.
Of course,
down the road in all of our homes once we get our games. So just amazing stuff, and you're helping us relive those times. And I wonder how many. Hopefully, we can do a survey about the age group of some of the backers down the road and find out how many young people are on here that have never been in a old school arcade.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet there are many, and I'm also willing to bet there are many who have also experienced this awesomeness when they were young as well. So I think we have a really good mix of people in our family, which I think makes our family so great, right? We're very diverse.
Yeah, you're right. And we have John. You have a new nickname,
Papa John.
Yes, that's gonna stick.
Oh my God! When I saw that, I'm like, somebody's talking about pizza. Papa John.
Yes. Actually, the iiRcade version will have pepperoni that's the color of our background.
Maybe we'll do a pepperoni design.
Yeah, let's do that.
With extra cheese.
Yeah, so we've got lots to get to here today, John, and thank you everyone that's tuning in. We're going to try to get your comments up, and of course we may be there could be something coming up. There's a little hint of something that might happen.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
We're this round we are not giving these away this time because there are so many out there that a lot of you guys have them already. But these are the elusive hoodies that a lot of people are excited about. Oh, you got one on. Yes, John is wearing the hoodie.
Yeah, my office is extremely freezing right now. I think they turned on air conditioning really high.
Yep.
I should say really low, right? So.
And you'll be we'll be giving away a couple of hoodies. One of them is going to be right near the end, so please stick around if you clear your hour if you can. At 5 o'clock, there's going to be the final hoodie giveaway, and lots of other stuff. And John, on that note, why don't we get into? I know you did some preparation in advance of this to put together a quick update for everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's check it out. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we haven't done this session. Colin hosted amazing sessions in a while, so I'm really hoping that today's going to be awesome, right? And today will be awesome.
Yeah,
So
and a shout out to our YouTube viewers as well. Lots of people tuning in on YouTube as well, along with Facebook.
so great to see everybody.
guys.
Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Sean,
all right.
here we go.
Let's go into some slides. So
It's
board
time
meeting.
for a board meeting. We have a lot of board members today.
Of course we do.
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I hope our board secretary, Mr. Oh my God, I'm losing names today. Retrocollect, Mr. Retrocollect. I hope you're here today. But here we go. Let's start with the board meeting. So first of all, I want to send a special shout out. I don't know if this person is in right now or not, but we have a very special friend. His name is Shandell. It was his birthday yesterday. 29th birthday, Shandell. Happy birthday.
Yes.
And he's a very, very special friend of mine. We've been chatting for a long time on Twitter. And he's also a very big fan and family member of ours. And I want to give a quick shout out. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope your birthday was very special. Okay, moving on to next slide. Real quickly on iiRcade update, we're right now at 91%. I think we're still missing, say, about 125 survey, 120 somewhere there surveys. So if you haven't completed them, please do help us to complete them, because we need these completed for us to be able to start manufacturing your unit. And completion means you also need, according to iiRcade, you need to also put in your credit cards and press that submit button to make it complete. So please help us to complete these as soon as possible so that we can deliver your units as soon as we can. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. So thank you so much for that. Next slide, really quickly on FCC update. So I've done some digging and looks like some part of our FCC was published. I forgot the name of the site, but it was published. So right now, real quick update is that we have done the FCC US side and what's called Industrial Canada, which is Canadian version of FCC. That was also complete, and also we did ROSE compliance, which is also complete. And our agent is submitting all the applications at the same time. And in order for us to be able to submit application for Industrial Canada, we needed an address in Canada. So we were looking for one, and I think we found one, and we sent it over. So hopefully we'll be able to get our FCC ID and everything published soon. So that was a real quick update on FCC. Next one, real quickly on shipping updates. I know everyone's been waiting for this. So let me give you a quick update on where we are. It's not done yet. We're still working on it, but I'll give you a quick update on what we're working on. So from our family perspective, we looked into the data. Again, like we said last time, that most of the people are in West Coast, especially in California. And the number two was Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin area. And then also followed by New York, Pennsylvania area. And then afterwards, Texas and Florida. So these were the top big five areas where everybody were. Yep.
John, I thought you said we weren't going to get into politics here. These are all the tight races.
Oh, really?
Right. I digress. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
forget I said that.
Yeah. So we looked at the data, and we said, how can we come up with the best strategy to make our shipping as efficient as possible? And we also looked into Canada as well. And in Canada, we found out that we have less than 100 packers. And we've been actually working on trying to find a warehouse, I should say, right? Warehouse in Canada who would host it for us. And unfortunately, without volume of less than 500, it was extremely difficult to find one. So with less than 100 in value in Canada, it was very difficult to find one. So what we've been looking into was this plan. So we're looking into right now having a hub in Canada, not Canada. So we're having a hub in California to cover our West Coast region, and then also having a hub in Chicago to cover our Midwest to East Coast region, and these are for both U.S. and Canada. So this is the current strategies that we're looking into. As you know, we already have a hub in California, which was already decided. Now our expert is looking into the hub in Chicago, and we're finding that there's some really great partners that we can work with in Chicago. And they also have a lot of great experiences with Canada as well. So the work is currently going on. So this is currently what we're looking into at the moment. Again, the highest priority is reducing the shipment cost as much as possible.
Hey, John, I know we have a Q&A coming up later on, but just while we're on the topic of shipping, do you mind addressing this question here? Is Bill is asking, have we followed up with additional emails to backers who have not completed their surveys yet, just in case?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for the great question. We're actually sending reminder emails very frequently. BackerKit does that automatically. So I think there were like lots of reminders that's probably sent out, and they're not getting filled out.
And John, I think it's safe to say with this question that it's not slowing down the manufacturing steps or anything. This emailing process. It just means those people, when we're complete and ready to ship, those people won't get their units.
Exactly. So we said we have to lock them down. So we locked them down some time ago, and we went ahead and placed the orders for the parts, and we got the parts in Korea as we speak. So we're moving ahead with those family members who have replied back to and completed BackerKit survey. So thank you so much for that.
And John, this might be early as well. Sorry to pepper you with all these questions, but will it be cheaper if you live very close to the shipping center? This gentleman living in Chicago.
I think so. I think so.
Okay. And same with California, perhaps.
Yeah, but we'll bring you some more news there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that very hard.
And this we don't know yet because we don't know the date of it. But when will shipping be charged? I think that'll be charged when the calculations are done, right?
Absolutely. As soon as we have the numbers, we'll charge it at the time. We'll let you know ahead of time. So,
okay. Thank you, Roy, Hassan, Bill, everyone that asked questions. We're going to do a more thorough Q&A a little later on.
Yes. But
one more question. Sorry, John. One more question. See that one from Mark. Good question.
I love that. Thank you. And I hope to get liquid together as well.
Okay.
But anyway, real quickly on this, if we do it with this strategy, then I think shipping costs will have to come down, especially for our family members in East Coast, right? Because rather than sending it from California to East Coast, it's much cheaper to go from Chicago. And great thing about Chicago is that it's center to everything. So we're told that if we wanted to, we can cover the entire country just with Chicago Hub because it's right in the middle. But this strategy will enable us to serve the regions with optimized pricing as much as possible, and we're currently working on that. And I want to deliver this strategy information to you so that you're aware. And meanwhile, let us continue working on number one, making sure that this is the right strategy, because we haven't locked down our center hub yet, the Chicago hub yet. And number two, complete it. And once we complete it, we'll let you know with all the other details.
Very good, John. Hey, before we move on quickly, I know that the baseball playoffs are on right now, and you have a family connection to a Korean baseball legend in your family. But I thought you'd appreciate this comment here, asking about when we might have a baseball game.
Oh,
I know
nice.
that's going to be a priority for you.
Yes.
I think you can guarantee that'll happen.
I love baseball games.
Yeah.
Baseball games, and yeah, we'll be focusing a lot on sports games after we launch. So
sure.
we'll try to get there as soon as we can. We'll keep you updated. So thank you so much for that.
Excellent.
So I think that was shipping update. I think that was the last slide.
Okay, very good. So I'll remove that slideshow, and
sure,
John, lots of good stuff on there, and it's I think that's important what you said about the deliveries, that the process is rolling. It's really, the onus is on those people who aren't seeing their emails or not answering their emails. That's just for them personally to respond, and until we'll keep trying, right? We're going to keep trying to get
we'll continue trying. I'm really hoping that people will be able to see those emails and respond back as soon as possible, because it is delaying their shipments. But
okay, and I like the shipping strategy. It's that Chicago circle was I think that went all the way down to the Caribbean, so that covers a lot of territory.
Our expert has been working day and night to make this happen, working very hard, and I think we're getting closer. So we'll keep you updated on that. I think it's a really good strategy.
Very good. And John, just another sneak peek. There will be some trivia questions coming up shortly.
Nice.
And on the line, not just t-shirts today. The t-shirts are great, but also the hoodies. And I saw a couple of comments earlier that people love their hoodies. So
yeah, I really love my hoodie too.
And you have enough in stock to give at least a couple away today, correct?
I hope so. I hope so. It depends on the size. So
if not, you'll have to go to the laundromat with yours.
This one.
Put it in fold it nicely. Yeah, exactly.
I will fold it nicely and wash it.
Okay. Excellent. Well, John, usually you and I get together on a Friday, but today we're on a Tuesday, and there's a reason for that. I think that sometimes things happen, and they have to get out there, and they don't always happen on a Friday.
Yeah, so we figured out that Tuesdays are better for drinking liquids. So we'll hold this, and then maybe afterwards we'll do drinking some liquids after, right?
Okay.
So today is, I'm sorry, Tuesdays are supposed to be the party day.
All right, adult beverages.
Yes.
Or as they say in Canada, I think we have a few Canadians on here. They say, let's have a pop, which means an adult beverage. So.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's kind of a lingo. Yeah.
Nice, because here in Midwest, pop means soda.
Yeah.
Children beverage.
It should mean that in Canada too, but we're obsessed with beers. Canadians are obsessed with beers, brewskis.
Works for me. Yes, I totally agree. Works for me.
Well, John, what do you think? How about a little suspense here for the big announcement? If there's a big announcement. Ready?
Right?
Here we go. Here we go. Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, I think that's like the coolest countdown you've ever done, and you only done two, but this was a cool countdown.
That was top two countdowns of all time.
I totally agree with you. But that was well done.
The theme music had a bit of a Steve Austin $6 Million Man vibe to it. I don't know if you felt that with the theme music. Great show.
I think it needs to be green for that, right? But otherwise, I totally agree with you, and I thought that was really cool. And I think that was like the best announcement we've ever done.
Yeah.
So definitely. I think our work is done for today. So let's go have some adult beverages. Yeah. I think people are getting tired of this. It's probably like only you and me who are enjoying this right now. By the way, you're on mute, Colin.
I know. I have a barking golden doodle in the background. I'm not sure.
It's okay. We're dog lovers.
Super cute dog.
Yeah. We all love dogs. I think we're good.
But because
Yeah.
of that, why don't we get to another countdown, John?
Uh-oh. Is there a reason why?
There might be. There might be. And that dog will bark along as we. I don't know if you can hear it, but.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah.
What do you say?
Actually, if you can go back to the slideshow real quickly.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we get to the countdown, I just want to really quickly do a recap of what we have done so far. And some time ago, we brought you online gaming. I think this was one of the first announcements that we have made since we started Kickstarter. I think this was pretty exciting, right? We had a lot of people playing this game together, and I think that was a pretty exciting session.
Oh yeah.
After that, we brought you Dragon Slayer Edition, and we heard you, and we listened to you, and we brought this to you, and we're so glad that you like this, by the way. And then afterwards, we brought the Black Edition with Double Dragon. Right, just showing this again.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, we brought Sega. I think Sega was awesome, right? Sega is the king of the hill and a household name with amazing games. And I think this partnership really meant a lot to everybody. Right, the amazing things that will happen together. And then afterwards, a few weeks ago, we announced Technos Japan. Technos Japan was very special. Again, the wrestling games that everybody's been wanting, we were able to bring that. And along with that, Technos Japan had great beat 'em up games. They're really well known for beat 'em ups. We were able to bring some great beat 'em ups and other 80s games as well. And I think this was very exciting too. We said Technos Japan was great and exciting, but we cannot stop there, can we?
Oh no, really?
Yeah. At least I don't think so.
As they say on infomercials, but wait, that's not all. But wait, there's more.
And today, we will make the history again. So with that, shall we start the countdown, Colin?
Yes, we shall.
All right.
Yes, we shall.
This one, let's make this the manual one.
Okay. Stand by.
Ready?
Stand by.
Where should we start? 5 or 3? 5?
3. Let's start at 3 because it's Tuesday.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep.
3,
2, 1. Here we go.
This is iiRcade.
Awesome, John. Yes. Amazing.
Talk about nostalgia.
Incredible, man. Talk about 80s, early 80s.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
launched in 82, I believe.
Yeah, this is
81, maybe 81.
Somewhere there. Yeah. I think late 70s to early 80s.
Yeah, very, very early 80s. I think it was 81, but we can double check that. But
yeah,
just amazing. And how about that video, guys? Very cool. Here's the man behind the video. There's Digby.
Woo! He's amazing. He's making all the So if you looked at any video and you say, "Oh my God, this is so cool," most likely it's made by Digby. And
That's right.
Yeah, he's been making some really cool videos. He's just amazing. I'm just really glad that he's in our team. So Digby, if you're listening, lot of kudos and appreciation to you.
He's enabled by your leadership and by you giving him that office. I mean, if everyone had that office, Yeah, they would create incredible stuff if they were provided with that office that you give them.
Yeah,
Amazing, John.
yeah, so that he can be creative. He does that all in the pool.
Well, congratulations on that announcement, John. That's amazing.
Thank you.
We're gonna have a couple of trivia questions coming up here, so stay tuned because they will be ColecoVision related, I think, right?
Yeah, ColecoVision was a long time in making, and because we're outside of certain games, right? Obviously, that's really difficult to get. We're basically bringing the entire thing that they had, and they had some amazing games in their portfolio, which were a lot of people were hungry for. And if we talk about nostalgia, and we've been focusing a lot of nostalgia, especially as of late, and right, this was the time when we used to have Atari 2600, Intellivision, and ColecoVision, the top three. And if we look at that, I mean, ColecoVision was definitely a part of a big history. And there were a lot of games that they had that were missed. And when I looked at the list, I'm like, oh my God, we have to bring this over because they're games that were just about to make myself cry too. I'm like, this was my childhood. We need to bring this over. So we worked really hard to bring this over. We have 39 games that we'll be showing you today. I really hope you like it.
Oh yeah, amazing, John. Yeah, that's a lot of games. In fact, I think a little later on here, if you stay tuned, we're going to go through those games at high speed. So we're not going to take too much of your time. But John, to celebrate, how about we give away one of these to celebrate our
absolutely we have to
affiliation here. It's an amazing.
And the cold
yes.
weather's coming.
The cold is coming. So yes. If you have a T-shirt already, now you have the full outfit for up to what do we say? This hoodie's got to be good to minus 30.
Minus 30 go to Antarctica with it.
Yep. Minus 30 Celsius in Canada and about minus 10 in the States. So there you go. John, for the first hoodie, which game was the very last game that was launched on ColecoVision? Which game was the very last game launched on ColecoVision?
Oh my God, that's a very difficult question.
And we have a couple of clues we can give, but we'll just give the guys a couple of seconds here. This is for a hoodie.
The first time who answers the question from all three different platforms.
And on our platform here, we can see, exactly. We can see them all coming in sequence.
Yeah, so, and I personally thought this was a very important question. And it really surprised me as well. Hint, hint, wink, wink. It's a very surprising answer. And it may be pretty difficult to get. You may need to go a little bit farther than, right?
Yeah, here's an answer saying no clue. Let's give a clue for Bob, because if this is a tough question. Mm-hmm. The clue is this game, despite ColecoVision being in the 1981 to 1985 range in its lifespan, with almost every game being launched then, this game was actually made available in 2001.
2001.
So way after the time.
Yeah, isn't that surprising? A 2001 game for ColecoVision.
Yeah. And
a lot of great answers coming.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, your slideshow might be redundant after this, because I think most of the games you're going to show.
I think so.
Man, these guys are knowledgeable.
Oh, a lot of great games coming in.
Yeah.
It is a hard one.
These are good for future requests, all these games that they're putting in here.
Yeah.
Good answers, guys.
Some of my favorite games are coming up too. Wow, yeah. I'm so glad.
Very good answers, guys. There's Tron and EMAC.
Wow, and I see that we have a lot of ColecoVision players.
Yeah, definitely. A few Atari games coming up here as well.
Yeah.
But how about another clue, John?
Sure, let's do a second clue.
The name of this game starts with Ms. MS. Ms.
And I don't think it's the Miss man.
Game starts with MS.
Yeah, it's a very hard one.
There's an answer that we. How about that, John?
Close.
Close, but not correct. Believe it or not, guys. Close, but not correct. definitely a good answer, but not correct in this case. This
Yeah,
is kind of obscure, this question. It's a little bit obscure.
Yeah, this is a very hard one.
How about another clue, John?
Let's do another clue. Oh, no, not necessary. We have an answer.
Really?
Oh my God. I
Who
am
got it?
very, very surprised.
Who got it? Derek Smith?
Derek Smith.
Derek Smith on
Oh
Facebook with a brilliant answer.
We're
Yeah,
not
it's kind
worthy.
of it's
We're
a
not
pretty
worthy.
obscure thing. I mean, yeah, John, it's a weird situation where there were very limited number available. They came out at a couple of gaming conferences.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah, this one was a really surprising one for me too. I mean, this game is a game where, so if you look at some of the consoles out there that are like really, what's the best way to put it? Something that people really are wanting or they're learning for, right? I think this one proves that ColecoVision is one of them, and because this is a game basically as part of Digital Press, this 10-year anniversary. Digital Press has asked somebody to develop a ColecoVision game because they love ColecoVision so much, and this developer also loved ColecoVision so much, and they went ahead and created a game called Miss Space Furry. Miss Space Furry was only released on 40 cartridges. So there are only 40 of them out there in the world. And you will see later on. But today, you'll find out that you'll be able to play this amazing game on iiRcade.
And John, Derek Smith actually had that earlier. We missed it because the answers were coming in fast and furious. So he answered it twice, which leads to the question: does he get both the front and the back of the hoodie? Because he answered it twice.
We'll think about it. Maybe just the front.
Just the front of the hoodie. Okay, we'll see. But maybe we might give you front and back.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, there is another hoodie to come up here, so please stick around. But before we get to the next hoodie, congratulations, by the way, Derek. Derek, please message iiRcade on Facebook here, which we'll get to John, and he will with your address and your size. Correct, John? Anything else?
Yeah, I think I have Derek's information already.
Yeah, you may. Yeah, from a previous. Is Derek a T-shirt winner?
Yeah, I think he was a T-shirt winner.
Okay,
so I think he now with this he has a complete set.
Okay, very good. Yes. And the next, what about pants and shoes? That's next, right?
Maybe.
Shoes, yeah, you could do shoes for sure, definitely.
Oh, absolutely. Along with socks, matching socks is important.
Oh yeah. Oh, the next question, which is coming up after a little, we have another short slideshow for you here, but the next question is really cool, and we got a really neat retro video to show you related to that. So stick around for the second hoodie. But John, how about if I queue up this slideshow, you set to go through the 39 games quickly?
Of course. Let's do this. This is going to be fun. So as Colin said, we'll show you what 39 games are coming for you. So first game is a game called Antarctic Adventure. This is a 1984 game where you're a penguin and you're racing through different parts of Antarctica, right? And hopefully saving the world. Great QC graphics. So I found this really amusing.
Cool. Yeah.
Next game is called Aqua Attack. You're in this boat, and it's a vehicular shooting game, as you can see. Lots of action, and you have to shoot front, back, up, down, and right. Lots of vehicular action going on with this game. 1984, called Aqua Attack. Next game is called Brain Strainers. For those people who like brain teasers, basically. It's got several games that are mixed into it. It also has a lot of good musical components for it. If you remember the game Simon, I used to play that all the time when I was young. Simon is one of the games that are included here. And then also Cleft Climber. I've not seen that game before, but these games are what makes up the brain teaser game that is called Brain Strainers, made in 1984. Next game, I think everybody's been looking forward to this. And I know I got a lot of requests for this game called Bump and Jump. It's a 1982 game. It's a racing game. I believe it was made by Data East, where you're driving this car and you need to jump and bump into other cars to destroy them, and it's basically a racing game. Yeah, this game was extremely popular. 1982 game, and I was so glad to be able to bring this game over. So that was Bump and Jump. Next game, Choplifter. I mean, who doesn't know Choplifter, right? Choplifter was one of my childhood favorites. Basically, you have this chopper, and you're saving hostages, right? And during this, these bad guys, enemies are using tanks and others to destroy you, and all you have to do is shoot them, destroy them, and get people and get them to safety. 1985 game, Choplifter. This was, I was actually very happy to get this game along with Pump and Jump as well. So this was a definitely a classic. Next one is called Cosmic Avenger, 1982 game. Basically, you're in the spaceship and you're destroying alien forces. And these alien forces are are trying to take over the world, I guess. You're saving the world. 1982 game, a great shooter game. If I look at this, it reminds me of some of the I don't say current day, but current retro games developed in a later time. I think this was a really good predecessor to that. It's called Cosmic Avenger, 1982. Evolution was a very interesting game. Basically, you're going through and you're making an impact to the evolution itself, right? So there are a lot of levels, and you're starting from amoebas to frogs to other type of animals, and eventually leading up to human, right? So as you can see here, so you're controlling the evolution. So 1983 game, the game is called Evolution. Next game is called Phantom. Phantom is a 1983 game. Basically, the Neptune's daughter is captured and imprisoned, and you have to save her. And how you save her is by locating the scattered pieces of magical tridents. And this is all over the place, including oceans and sky. And you're going through all these to find the pieces of trident, and you'll be able to save the Neptune's daughter from Titans. If you look at the graphics, I personally thought the graphics were amazing. This is a 1983 game, and especially for that time, I was like, wow, how the heck do they do that? So the game is called Phantom, 1983 game. Next one is called Flipper Slipper. Flipper Slipper was very interesting to me as well, especially I think last time I showed you Gox. Very similar kind of game. It's a very breakout kind of game with different elements where you have the bumpers moving and the ball's color changes, and you have to map, right, get to the right flipper and things like that. So it's a lot of fast action, very breakouty type of game. 1983. The game is called Flipper Slipper. Next game is called Fortune Builder. I also many of you have already played a game called SimCity. SimCity, especially not the difficult version, right? The very simplistic version. The version that I played last was on my Palm Pilot, and believe it or not, the Palm Pilot version was the favorite version of mine. Basically, Fortune Builder is very similar. Very easy to do. You're building a city and you're running on your own city, and while you're running the city, there's money involved and things like that, and you're growing the city and things. So I believe this was like one of the very first city builders that were ever made. So that was really interesting to me. But this one really rang my bell too. Called Fortune Builder, 1984. Next one is called Frantic Freddy, 1983 game. You know, this game reminded me a lot of those Casio games, right? Casio games, handhelds, right? Basically, this game too. It's an arcade game, very cutesy arcade game where you're this Freddy. I think he's a bug, and you're trying to extinguish the fires, basically. It was again very much like Casio handheld kind of game. Very cutesy 1983 game called Frantic Freddy coming to iArcade. Next game is called Frenzy. I'm sure many of you have played a game called Berserk. Berserk was a great game, and this is a sequel to that. Basically, you're in this maze and you're destroying these robots before they destroy you. Um, this was a this was very interesting game, and I believe this game also created lots of next generation games that are very similar to this. The 1984 game Frenzy that is sequel to Berserk coming to iArcade. Next one is called Gateway to Epshai. Gateway to Epshai is a 1983 game, and this is an adventure game, right? And when I was young, I played a lot of games similar to this. When I was young, I had an Atari 2600, and Atari 2600. There were games like Quest, for example. They were very similar in graphic style and gameplay and things like that, and those were very enjoyable. Gateway to Epshai is very similar to those. It's an action adventure game. You're in the dungeon, and you're fighting monsters, and you're finding treasures and trying to survive this dungeon. 1983 game, Gateway to Epshai, coming to iArcade. Next game is called Ghostbuster. It sounds very similar to a certain type of movie, but I don't think it's related. Ghostbuster is an interesting game. Like, this is like the only game in ColecoVision's portfolio where you do not use joystick. So basically, you're this person on balloon, and you're flying with these balloons, and basically you have to you have to catch the right currents, right? And then you have to go up and down by inflating with inflating balloons and things like that. And your goal is to land on a popcorn truck, and you're going through this amusement park to make this happen. Use buttons to make this happen, and it sounded very interesting. I have not played this game yet, but I definitely intend to try. I think it's very cutesy. I think it does require strategy to make sure that you get the right timing, you're catching the right currents and things like that. Ghostbuster 1983 game coming to iArcade. Next game, oh my God! You know, this game, Jumpman Jr. How many of you have played this before? I'm right. If you are old schooler as I am, I bet most of us, if not all, have played this game. Jumpman Jr. was definitely a nostalgic game of mine, one of my favorite. This game, when I was young, I used to play this all the time. Yeah, so as soon as I saw this game, I'm like, we have to get ColecoVision. So Jumpman Jr. is a platformer. I think it's one of the first ones ever made. Basically, you're going through these letters and you're collecting these bombs and disarming them before they explode, and you have to avoid the bad guys and things like that. And you have the gunshots, the white dots that's coming at you, and you have to avoid them and things. Jumpman.
And John, Troy's played this game, I think.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Troy played.
Nice. Oh, you were 15 when you were in 1983. How old was I?
Don't do the math. Don't do the math, everyone.
Anyways, yeah, this game, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, we have to bring Jumpman Jr. over to iArcade. So it's coming to iArcade. 1983 game, Jumpman Jr. coming to iArcade. Let me go to the next game. It's called Jungle Hunt. Jungle Hunt, I think somebody mentioned when we were
yes.
right. Jungle Hunt was a very interesting game. Reminds me of many different kinds of games that happened afterwards, right? Pitfall is one of that comes to my mind right now. Basically, your sweetheart Penelope has been captured by cannibals, and you're saving her, right? And you're in this jungle. You're navigating through this jungle to save the love of your life. And as you can see, you're going through the vines like Tarzan and ocean. You're killing these alligators to go through, and there's several other stages you have to go through, and then before being able to save her.
Great game. Yeah.
Love this. Game. Yeah, I love this kind of game, right? Jungle Hunt 1982 game coming to iArcade. Next one, Miner 2049er. Woo! Another game. Who has not heard of Miner 2049er before? Right. This is another classic. Basically, 1982 game, another platformer, and this one was especially special because, right, if you compare this game with other similar type of games that were available at the day, right? Including Donkey Kong. Everywhere I looked, it gets compared to those, and where Donkey Kong used to have 4 levels, and this one has 10. This was like the very first game ever made that has like 10 levels or over. But very clever game. This is about Gold Rush of 1849, and basically, and this is brought back to the 20th century. So that's the reason why the name has 24-9, right? 20th century version of 1849 Gold Rush. Very interesting game, a lot of fun. Love this game myself. Coming to iArcade, 1982 game, minor 249er. Next game, Moonsweeper. Moonsweeper was another interesting one too. I personally thought the concept was great. The graphics were amazing, and it was a 1983 game. Basically, you're navigating through space of different debris and things like that, and you're now flying through the surface of the planets, and you're going through from different planet to different planet, and you're rescuing miners of the moons. Basically, this is a rescue mission, right? But it's one of those shooters that are predecessor of many of the other type of shooters that are available in the market today. And I think it was a beautiful predecessor. It does have different gameplays like what you're seeing on the screen right now, different types. And it is an amazing shooter. 1983 game, Moonsweeper coming to iArcade. Next one, Mountain King. Oh my God, another one that makes me say, oh my God. I used to have this Mountain King game for my Atari 2600. Used to play this all the time. I never made it up to the top of the mountain. And to date, that is still in my heart. And one of the things that I regret that I was not able to finish the game. Now I can. Mountain King is basically an adventure game similar to like Indiana Jones, for example. You're in this temple, and you're temple of ancient civilization, and you're trying to find this gold, and then gold crown, golden crown, and you're taking this up to the top of the mountain. And once you do that, then you're able to beat the game. And along the way, you see cows and things like that. Here, you're turning on your flashlight, and if you turn on your flashlight, you're able to see different things, like what you see here. Very clever game, a lot of fun. And if you like this kind of game, you love Mountain King, like I do. 1983 game. The game is called Mountain King, coming to iArcade.
And John,
Next
it's not
game.
too late. You can
Yep.
beat the game still, right? You can beat the game
That's
at
what I'm
home.
looking. I'm really looking forward to.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, I could not beat this when I was young, but hopefully now I can. We'll see.
All right. Yeah.
Next one is called Nova Blast, another shooter. This game is very similar to Defender. I'm sure many of you played Defender, and basically you're playing this plane, right? The plane is called Nova One, and you're blasting through Orion fighters and other type of fighters to be able to save the world. I haven't played the game like a lot, and then which why I thought this game was more Defender. But when I read about it, everybody was saying this is a game that is Defender meets Missile Command. And Missile Command is another one of my favorite games as well from back in the days. So this game was very interesting. 1983 game. The game is called Nova Blast. Next game is called Oil's Well. Oh, sorry. Let me press. This game was interesting. I think it's one of those very simple arcade games. This is a 1983 game where you're a oil well driller, and you have this tool that drills for oils, right? And you're controlling this hand machine that is like a hand, and you're going through and looking for oils. And while doing that, if a bad guy comes and they can like cut or destroy your oil hand line, then you die. But you can also use a hand to capture the bad guy as well, as you can see on the screen right now. So it is it's a very arcade type of game. So I don't know, it sort of reminds me of Pac-Man is slash not really kind of thing, but very arcadey, very simple to play, great simple game mechanics.
Question,
1983 game.
John,
Yep.
question here. How are the games going to be played? On a joystick, like the console joystick, or with some of them had a number of different buttons. So how will they all be played on iiRcade?
Oh, sure. Great question.
Alfred,
Yeah, so these will be played on like console. What's the best for it? Like joysticks, basically.
yeah.
So yeah, I've not played all these games yet. I played some of them. It works extremely well with our controllers and the buttons. So and we have like different buttons and everything in joystick too. So at least the games that I play plays extremely well. And
Okay.
when you play this on a arcade environment, it does really feel like an arcade game. So that was another really cool thing too.
All right, John, how many more? Because we're at 10, about 10 minutes to 5.
I'll try to go as quickly as I can.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Sounds good.
Yeah, thanks. If we go a little bit over, I hope it's okay. Right, I'll try to go as quickly as I can. Yeah, so that was Oil Bow coming to arcade. Omega Race is another game where you're in this droid ship and you're trying to shoot them down before they get you. I sort of felt that this was very similar to like Asteroid in enclosed space. And it plays very much like it as well. 1981 game called Omega Race coming to arcade. Pepper 2. Who has not heard of Pepper 2? Raise your hand. I'm willing to bet that there's not going to be anybody raising your hand. This is known as one of the best games ever made on ColecoVision, right? It plays very much similar to Pac-Man. Basically, you're this pepper maneuvering through this sort of a maze, and you're basically zipping up things, right? And when you zip up things, then you can destroy these bad guys. If you unzip something, then bad guys can get you. And during the way, you can get like trident and things like that. It plays very similar to Pac-Man. I think it's very similar to Pac-Man style. But I think this, everybody has heard of it. So, Pepper 2, 1982 game coming to iiRcade. Next game is called Quest for Quintana Roo. This is another adventure game, very similar to Indiana Jones. So basically, you're going into this temple, and it's very much an action adventure game. You're trying to find hidden things, and you're finding treasures and things like that in this temple of Quintana Roo. Very much again Indiana Jones like. 1983 game coming to iiRcade called Quest for Quintana Roo. Next game is called Roll Overture. As you can see, ColecoVision used to have a lot of these great platform gamers, which I really love. This one is about a maestro who is trying to assemble a scrambled notes, and he's trying to put this together. And again, very much similar to like Donkey Kong style or Chameleon style or Popeye style, if you remember all those type of games. ColecoVision, great thing is ColecoVision has a lot of great titles in this style, which I love. And Roll Overture is one of them, 1983 game coming to iiRcade. Next one is called Sammy Lightfoot. Sammy Lightfoot is, it really reminds me of Donkey Kong as well. It's a 1983 game. It follows the trail of a circus worker, right? So you're jumping through and climbing through things and right? It's trying to. I don't think it's trying to save the world, but solve levels. But it's got a lot of levels. Again, the gameplay is very similar to Donkey Kong. 1983 game, platform game coming to iiRcade called Sammy Lightfoot. Next one is called Sir Lancelot. 1983 game. Basically, you're Sir Lancelot. You're riding this flying horse called Pegasus, and you're destroying dragon to save the princess. Very much adventure type of game. As you can see, this will also remind you of a certain type of game they used to play before, like Joust and things like that, for example. But this one is it's got a lot of different levels and very much adventure-y, as well as being action-y also. Basically, you're trying to save princess. But if you look at the graphics, I think it has great graphics for 1983 game called Sir Lancelot coming to iiRcade. Next one is called Space Furry. Space Furry is the 1981 game. This is a Sega game. And I think this was Sega's answer to Asteroids, basically. Plays very much like Asteroids. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my God, this is Asteroids, as you can see here. But a lot of fun game. If you like Asteroid style game, I think this is a really good one for you. 1981. I think this was one of the classics as well. Space Furry coming to iiRcade. Next one is the Miss Space Furry that we've been talking about. Miss Space Furry, I think, is extremely special. So in Space Furry, there was this bad guy with big green head. He was a bad guy, and now you're able to play him, right? You can either play one player or two players. If you play one player, you're playing against the clock. If you play two players, right, one of them is the bad guy with the big green head. Um, this was the very last game that was released on ColecoVision, like you said, 2001, and this was done from the heart of the ColecoVision fans, and this was made possible. It is a platform game. That's one thing that's different from Space Furry, but it's really well made. Again, the special thing is that only 40 cartridges were ever made. So this is it's a difficult one to play, but you're able to play on iiRcade. This is coming to iiRcade. 2001 game called Miss Space Furry.
Nice one, John.
Yep. Next one is called Slurpee. Many of our favorite drinks on 7-Eleven. But anyway, you're this guy. You're in the cave, and you're trying to prevent from these different monsters and viruses and things going out of the cave. So you're sucking these in, basically, and swallowing them. And we've seen a lot of games in this similar style before. It's very actiony game. It's a 1984 game. Slurpee coming to iiRcade. Next game is called Space Panic, another platform game very similar to like Popeye and Donkey Kong and others. This one is actually a 1980 game. So this was before Donkey Kong as well. So many people consider this as like granddaddy of platform games like this, right? So if you look, this plays very much like Load Runner. I'm sure many of you have played Load Runner before. So you're digging, and then you get these bad guys falling through it, and you're able to kill these bad guys. And in this game, these guys are aliens. But I'm a huge fan of Load Runner, so I was very happy to see this game coming to iiRcade. 1980 game called Space Panic coming to iiRcade. Next game is called Squish 'em Sam, 1983 game. I love the name. This one's very similar to a game called Crazy Climber. I don't know if you've played that game. Another classic, right? So you're the Sam, you're climbing a building that's 48 stories high. And when you get to the top, you'll be collecting a suitcase of money, and then you're jumping off with a parachute. But I've not played this game before, but when I saw the video, it looked very interesting. 1983 game, different style, Squish 'em Sam coming to iiRcade. Next one is called Super Cross Force, different kind of shooter game. You're basically defending the inner solar system from evil guy. And if you look at it, it's a pure shooting game, and you have two different planes from top and the bottom, and you're shooting these bad guys. I thought the style was very different, interesting, and something that is great to try out. Sort of like
Space
Galaga
Invaders.
style. Yeah, thank you. Space Invaders and
Yeah.
Galaga style.
Maybe a bit of Phoenix in there. Maybe a bit of what's the other one I was thinking of? Missile Command, a tiny bit.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Totally agree with you. Sort of a mix of a lot of different games. But I found this very interesting. 1983 game coming to Super Cross Force coming to iiRcade. Next one is called The Heist. Oh, this one was interesting. You're a thief. And if you look at the graphics, I think graphics are really well made. You're basically stealing these different paintings and while avoiding security systems and bad guys and things like that. Right? I mean, we played games like this before, and used to love this style kind of game. So 1983 game, The Heist, Become a Thief, coming to iiRcade. Next game is called Threshold. This game really reminded me of games similar to like Galaga. It's a shoot 'em up game, and in the portfolio, I was surprised to see that Sierra Online who made King's Quest series, right, made a lot of ColecoVision games like these. This one was also a 1981 game, shoot 'em up made by Sierra 9, Roberta Williams, right, and Ken Williams. So they made this game, and I found this to be very interesting. And I'm a big fan of games similar to like Ilaga. So I intend to try this game out as well. The 1981 game, Threshold, coming to iArcade. Next game is a tennis game. Woo! Don't you really love these early 1980s sports games? I think these
Oh
were
yeah, yeah. I
right.
was a huge
I-
in television fan, which was
oh,
all driven by sports games, really. But
oh, so was
yeah,
I. So was I. I
yeah,
had a
this is
Atari 2600, but I had the baseball game.
oh very
And
good. Yeah,
yeah, that was really good. And
nice.
games like this really amazes me. One thing about this game is that I believe this is like the first tennis game ever made.
Okay.
Right. So that was
Yeah,
interesting. And this has a lot of different mechanics variety, as specific as like top spins and spinning things and things like that. You can also control the speed of the ball that you're hitting and things,
oh very
forehand, backhand strokes. It's
yeah,
very detailed from mechanic perspective, and I was very surprised to see that this is not just one of those hit and go kind of games, but it actually
yeah.
involves mechanics.
Nice.
Tournament Tennis 1984 game coming to iArcade. Next one is Venture. Woo! Who doesn't know Venture? I used to have Atari 2600 and I knew Venture, right?
Yeah,
It's this a very fantasy themed game. You're basically in a dungeon trying to collect treasures. And this was a game that is well known to be one of the best games ever released on ColecoVision. So, coming to my arcade, I think this one requires no introduction. So, 1981 game, Venture, coming to my arcade. Next game is called War Games, right? How many of you seen the movie? Matthew Broderick, right? Two
I played
hands.
the game too.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I had
Oh,
ColecoVision.
nice.
Yeah, I had ColecoVision. Yeah,
What did you think?
yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a war games guy, so yeah, I loved it.
Nice,
Yeah, I was
nice. Yeah.
playing all the board games too. So yeah,
Oh, nice. I've never played this game before, but it looks really interesting. Um, but if you watch the movie, you're preventing nuclear World War what right?
three.
Uh,
I guess it would have been three. Yeah, it still
it
hasn't
would have been
happened.
3 back in time, yeah,
Knock on
back
wood.
in when the
Yeah.
movie was made, and still would have been 3.
Mhm.
But anyway, this game is trying to do exactly that. And from game's play style, I was told that it was very much similar to Missile Command, right? And as you can see
Yeah.
in this demo
Yeah.
video
True.
too.
Mhm.
And I used to love Missile Command, right? So this one was very interesting for me as well. Defend USA. Let's save our country. 1984 game, War Games, coming to my arcade. Finally, a game
Great.
called Wingmar, the last game, 1984 game. You're basically a dragon, right? You're bringing the different elements and a crystal to your cave to unlock the secret passage. The goal, when you unlock the secret passage, you're able to get the sparkling diamond. Um, I didn't know that dragons liked diamonds, but if you look at this from gaming perspective, great graphics, right? Great gameplay, right? This one was really interesting to me as well, especially a dragon in a game that is made in 1984. So this one I'm definitely going to try to play. 1984 game Wingmar coming to iArcade. And this was the last game to introduce. Among
Wow.
these games, I
Yeah.
intend to play together with you during our sessions. And if you have any requests of any specific game that you would like to see, please do let me know. I will prioritize them. So there's a lot of
Definitely,
games.
John.
39.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple of questions came in, John. We'll do a short
Yeah.
Q&A because we have a final giveaway to do here, and some people might be moving on at work or wherever they might be. But
Yeah.
can you answer this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to ColecoVision, I know that some of the games, right, they overlap. I think there's some overlap, but according to Coleco, they own the rights. So we were able to bring those games over. Yeah, want to let you know. I mean, some of the games are from Data East. Some of the games are from Sierra Line. Some of the games are also from XCD as well. But they had the rights, so we were able to bring them over.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was an earlier question. It's these things scroll quickly, and then unfortunately with this software they drop off the top. But one of the gentlemen was asking if we could make sure we spot the YouTube comments, and we did check because we get them simultaneously sequentially.
Mhm.
And the winner of the first hoodie, Derek Smith, on Facebook was a minute ahead of the first correct YouTube answer. So I just wanted to clarify that, just so that people don't think we're discriminating against YouTube, because we love YouTube. Just trying to find some other questions here quickly. This one, John, I think you kind of answered that during your demo. No, you didn't actually. This one specifically.
Yeah, but kind of like, I've never played Quicks.
Okay.
So I won't be able to answer the question, but I sort of felt it played very similar to like Pac-Man.
Yeah, very good. Okay. And I'm just trying to find some other. If you guys have any quick questions, please drop them in as new comments, because the old ones tend to disappear. I don't recall, John, was Gorf on the list?
It was not.
Okay.
Some of these games, I mean, we were only able to bring the games that ColecoVision had the rights to themselves. But some of the games, they did not have rights to, such as, for example, Donkey Kong. Right? They didn't have rights to that. But we grabbed all the games that they had the rights to. And
very good.
We were able to make it happen.
And how about this one? Were these licensed from River West Brands?
That I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure either. Okay.
Yeah, that I don't know. Those were portfolio of games that ColecoVision had. So
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I think that's there were some questions earlier on. Unfortunately, guys, they bumped off the top of our this platform we're using to broadcast. Bumps off the very early ones, because I'm not actually on Facebook here. I'm on the our little broadcasting software here.
Yeah, our tool does that a lot of times.
But if you have any other questions, guys, drop them in. I think John already answered about Donkey Kong. I see that question here. But in the meantime, yeah, why don't we ask another trivia question? This one, we got a cool little bit of video to support it as well.
Nice.
Who's ready for a hoodie? Who's ready for a hoodie giveaway? Where's the hoodie? There it is. And I did clarify with judges after the first response that we will be giving away the front and the back of the hoodie with each hoodie.
We're giving out both, front and back?
Front and back for all winners. So the question is, what was ColecoVision's predecessor called? It was launched in 1976. So Coleco launched a game in 1976, the predecessor to ColecoVision. What was the name of that game, or console, I guess you would call it?
Hey, that's a really cool question.
This is going way back.
1976.
But it's pretty legendary in the gaming world, and I think we had it almost instantly here. I'm not sure if this is the first.
Oh my god!
I think it is the first
that was fast.
From Ken.
That was really fast.
Almost instant, and he did beat the the YouTubers are scoring on this one.
Oh my god!
We got a couple of correct YouTube answers first, but I believe this is the first one, and we'll double check.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same as well.
And then we had a couple of Intellivision answers and everything else.
Yeah.
But for those of you who are on the born, I'd say 1980 onward, let's show you what Telstar looked like. Here we go. Check it out.
You're watching the most exciting game you will ever see on your TV set. Telstar by Coleco, with 3 different games. Telstar Tennis, with digital scoring, variable speeds. Telstar Hockey. Each player controls a goalie plus a forward on the other side. Oops, a goal. And Telstar Singles Handball, a game you play yourself. Telstar Handball, Tennis, Hockey, all 3 at an exciting low price. For great family fun, hitch your TV to a Telstar by Coleco.
That was awesome. Oh my
incredible,
god.
award-winning ad.
I really love that video.
John, does that ad beat out Apple's 1984 ad? Not quite. Not quite. But
Apple was
cool,
legendary, but this one comes close, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
And this was 1976, so.
Yeah, and here's a request from Todd. Get Pong. I'm with Todd on this one. It really was. It really was a great little console. If you're a hockey fan, it had a cool feature when you shoot the puck. You only had two players in hockey. But if you shot it through the back of your forward, it would deflect just like a forward deflecting a puck in hockey.
Oh wow!
So very advanced and a cool way to score a goal. You try to aim for your forward and then deflect it up so the goalie couldn't get it.
That's really advanced. That was
yeah,
really
a lot
advanced.
of those early games, like you said, in television as well, had really great playability. Obviously didn't have the graphics, but well, 2 sticks, that's not bad.
Well, it used to be great for the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, here's one. Check this out. Who's Alfred
You
still
still,
on?
wow. That
Very
is
cool.
an accomplishment.
I wonder with your existing Coleco relationships if you might get a line on Pong or on Telstar.
Yeah, I know that. I think we grabbed everything that they had.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they don't have Pong. But
oh yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Well,
I wish they did. But I think Pong was Atari too, right?
Yeah, later I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Pong was done by Atari. So.
Yeah. So guys, please there's our winner again. Just thanking you for the hoodie, John, and you'll be receiving a front and back hoodie.
Yep. Please send me your information, including your size and mailing address, and we will get that out to you.
Excellent, John.
Welcome to the hoodie club.
Yeah, and Coleco Telestar, just as a quick little tidbit on that, it sold over 1 million consoles, which is just amazing. And
I'm sorry, I just saw an amazing comment.
Oh yeah, yeah. What is it, John? Let me find it.
Right after Kev Gretz.
What's the one?
Make your own Pong and call it John.
Yes, there it is. That's the comment of the day.
Oh, that was hilarious. Thanks for that. I'll look into it.
Yes, sir. And luckily, you had 39 games to announce because Prentice would not have made it onto the show had we finished at 5. But
that's right.
Because you've added so many titles, he is now able to enjoy the tail end, the very tail end.
Nice. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
welcome, my friend. Welcome. So glad that you're here.
So, John, that is our final giveaway. What an amazing series of announcements today. 39,
I love today. That was a lot of fun.
39 new titles. Oh, there was one question earlier that we should just comment on. I saw it go by. Will you be selling kind of custom packs of, say you buy a pack of ColecoVision games and a pack of Sega games, for example? Will you any chance you'll think about pricing them that way?
Yeah, gotcha. Thanks so much for the great question. At least for now, we decided not to. And the reason is, right, those packs, let's say it's a pack of 5 and you like 2 games and let's say you don't like 3 games, but you're paying for the pack, which means you're paying for the ones that you don't like. I mean, why, right? So instead of that, we are making it so that you only are able to get the games that you like. So,
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So Mark missed the contest here. If he's rewatching this telecast and he answers the question correctly, and now what do you think, John?
Let me think about that. But no worries though, because we'll be having a lot more contests coming up soon.
That's right.
I do want everybody to win and wear these. So
that's right.
Our goal is to get there. So we'll be having a lot more. So don't worry.
And there was a request. Let me remind you, there were a couple of requests for the shoes. So that's something to keep
in mind. We have to come up with matching socks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We'll see.
Definitely. Well, John, I think that pretty much wraps up our time here today. It was a lot of fun. It was great to do a huge announcement on a Tuesday.
Yes.
Instead of a Friday. But hey, there's a good chance you might be back on Friday, right? I think you'll be doing.
Of course. Yeah, we'll show you some of these games that we showed today, and we'll play them together. We'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And so everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. Great comments and questions. And
thanks.
Go through and see if there's anything else left in there.
Yeah, everybody, thank you so much for joining in today. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Appreciate it. Everyone again, and yes, Alfred, we're gonna take up on that offer of, I think it was Alfred that offered us the burgers. Yeah. Thought so. Somebody, I think it was. Alfred, yeah. Yeah. What for that? I think it would be Mark. Oh yeah, it was Mark. Okay, yeah. Yeah. With adult beverages. Yes, exactly. I'll go for it. All right, guys. Well, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week, and Jonger will be back here on Friday, right, John? Yes, we'll be back on
Okay.
Friday. Very looking forward to it. We'll play some of these games together. So
All
I
right.
really, again, everybody, thank you so much for joining today. That was a lot of
All
fun.
right. That's it. Okay, guys. Take care. Have a good day.
Wait, 1 second.
Oh,
1 second.
John,
One more
what?
thing. There's one more thing. One more thing.
Do you need a countdown for this?
3.
I can do a short. Can I do the old? Can I do the old 5-second one?
Let's do it.
Or do you want the new one? Do you want the new one or the old one?
New one. New
Okay, new one.
one.
Here we go.
New one.
Okay, John. What's up? Because our viewers are dropping off.
Yes.
You better hurry up with this one.
One more announcement.
Okay.
If we can bring up my slides.
Yes, sir.
We wanted to share with you something awesome. 2 things awesome. First thing, we are proud to announce that next Friday, iiRcade live session, we will have somebody amazing joining us, and we'll be hosting our live session together. Let me tell you who it is. If you're here, raise your hand. Here we go. 3, 2,
2,
1. A very special surprise. Guess who this is?
P-Dubs.
Woo!
Yes.
Mr.
On
P-Dubs will be here in
October
Chicago.
23rd.
October 23rd. Joining us live on October 23rd. We'll be doing our live session together in person, and I think this will be a lot of fun. This will be fun. Now, the announcement does not stop here. With P-Dubs, we're going to do something a lot of fun. This session, live session, will be followed by iiRcade's first Game and Brew night that we have been discussing. This session is going to be awesome. So we're going to be inviting 10 people from our family. 10 people basically because of fire hazards and things. We only got approval for 10 people. But we're going to be inviting 10 people of our fans, of our family members in Chicagoland to join us to play games together with us, right? Play games together with these 2 guys. We'll be playing a lot of great games together. And we will let you know which game it is when we get there.
So that's a surprise with your next announcement?
Yeah, we got something
Which game?
amazing that we'll be showing together with showing you together with P-Dubs. So we want to now a very special thing about this is that outside of we've been showing you all these games and we've been showing you these devices, but outside of people who are inside our company and also folks from Old School Gaming Magazine, nobody has played with the device, right? And this is going to be the very first opportunity where we're opening it up so that our family members will be able to play together games together with us on this. So we'll be doing that. We'll be having amazing beer together where it's going to be like selected like top beers of the country kind of thing, top beers in the country. We'll have a lot of, I should say liquid, right? Top liquids in the country. And food, pizza, and a lot of gaming. And then we'll be doing this and we'll be live broadcasting in our second live session on October 23rd. So we'll be experiencing the power of 1.21 gigawatts together with our family members. And this will be broadcasted live. And if you're interested, especially if you're in Chicagoland. And this Chicagoland, due to the COVID, what is it, guidance, quote unquote, COVID guidance, right? If we're within state, it's the better. And we'll be hosting this safely, of course, with mask and everything. So we're doing that. But if you're interested in attending, please send me an email at gamer@iiRcade.com. It'll be first 10 people, and be invited to join us at this special event. And we'll be having a lot of fun together with Mr. P-Dubs, myself, and our team members at iiRcade headquarters, playing games, amazing games on iiRcade. So we hope to see you there. We hope to see you there.
So, excellent, John. A lot of requests for other cities already, so you're going to have to do a road show after this. Once things
Yes.
get normal, where you can travel more, we'll get you. Got a request from Portland, Oregon, a request for LA,
Nice.
and I'm sure some other cities as well. So,
yeah, this is the first one.
Yep.
This is the first one, and if this is successful, we hope to do a lot more. But this one, we'll have a lot of fun, and then everyone else we'll be hosting this live, so also attend virtually, and we'll have party together.
Very good, John. That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, it'll be nice. Can the attendees? I guess they can obviously shoot their own video as well, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that'd be
Of
great
course.
to have that shared on their social and everything too.
Of course.
That's great, John. Hey,
Yeah.
Good stuff. Just before we go, there was one request to from a comment to see my golden doodle who was barking earlier in the broadcast.
Oh, nice, cute. Oh my God.
There's 14-year-old Freebie. She's not a young dog, but she's doing great. So I appreciate the request.
Oh my God,
that
so
was
cute.
a picture taken just seconds ago. So shout out to the golden doodle owners and fans out there too.
I'm a dog lover too. I love dogs.
Oh, and thank you, John. And a request from Jeff for Seattle as well. That's a great gaming city, great tech town, obviously.
I totally agree. And Seattle has a lot of great liquids.
Yeah, amazing beers.
I love Seattle. I love
Yeah,
Seattle.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
New York.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
New York's got some really great brewery too. So
Thanks, guys. Thank you for the
Getting
doodle
me thirsty.
shout outs from you guys. I appreciate it. For the golden doodle shout outs. Okay, well, another New York request. Okay, looks like John. How about whatever was within that shipping circle, which includes every city in the U.S. You will tour to.
There you go. There you go.
Sound?
Yeah, we'll take this step at a time. We'll do our first one, and then this is not only for Chicagoans, but everyone again will be able to join us virtually, and we will have a great party together.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you, Scott, for the doodle comment. And Scott pointed out earlier that we got to make sure we get the YouTube comments up in sequence with the Facebook ones, which we did do. I think we did do with the prize anyway. So just wanted to reassure you guys of that. And how about this, John? Is this doable? I'll take a bus to NYC. Okay, to NYC.
Yeah.
I guess you want to keep it local just because people can't really get into the state right now, right?
I think, especially if you are coming in from out of state, then you're supposed to 14-day quarantine and things like that. And it was pretty complicated. But
all right,
John World Tour.
There you go. The branding is done. Whoever is responsible for branding your tours, it's taken care of. So
there you go.
The branding person can be furloughed for this tour assignment.
Yeah.
All right, John. Everybody, thank you so much. There are a couple of musicians who are known for multiple encores, but that will not be us today because it's a weekday, right, John?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the only one more thing.
Only one more thing. So again, guys, thanks so much for all your comments and your likes and all the love and 39 new games to look forward to, and I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot more to come. Right, John?
Of course.
World domination. Yes. World domination is in progress.
Yes, as we said, right? We're just getting started. So we're continuously working on amazing new stuff, and you'll be the first one to know. But regarding the Game and Brew Night, if you're in the area, please do let us know ASAP. Again, we'll be taking the first 10 people.
And that's October 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks,
awesome.
everyone, again. John, take care. Good seeing you. And
Same here. Had a lot of fun.
yeah, the family, iiRcade family, will see you on Friday.
Yes, we'll see you on Friday, everybody. Have a
All right,
fantastic week.
guys.
We'll see you
Take
then.
care. Enjoy, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.